downloaded Unity and still figuring out the editor interface? Well, let's get a quick insight. Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll be checking the Unity interface and understand how to work with Unity to make various games. So let's jump right into Unity editor. Once it opens up, you can see the Unity editor with a lot of sections showing different things. Well, this might look a bit weird and hard to understand at first, but no need to worry. Once you get to know the sections, you will be working with them flawlessly. For this video, I'm using Unity 2020.3, which is an LTS version. If you have the newest version of Unity, then a few things might have been replaced or changed, but almost everything would be right at the place for you to take reference. Before we start to figure out all the sections in Unity, let's first understand what are the basic things we can expect from the editor to have in order to make a game. So first, we require assets that are to be inputted to the game. We require somewhere to place this asset and build a level. Next, we require a screen to show a level, and lastly, we require a section to change the properties of the game assets and other elements in the game. With this reference, let's try to link it up with the Unity interface. First, as we have stated, we require assets that are to be inputted to a game. So we place all these game assets inside the asset folder. Here in this asset folder section, we will be keeping all our external resources like 3D models, vector art, sound, animation files, and a lot more other things that are required to make a game. This is just like the folder structure where we will be storing our data that is to be used in the game. So let's put our 3D model folder here. So we have imported our 3D models folder. It will take some time to import. However, if you don't have 3D models to start, you can use the primitive assets of Unity like cube, sphere, cylinder, etc. Unity have a bunch of primitive assets that can be used to make levels or other fun elements in the game. So once this import is over, I'll show you how to import the primitive assets. Well, that is completely simple. You can go to the hierarchy section and right click, then go to the 3D object and you can select any of the primitive object that you want. Let's import cube. So this is how the cube looks like, and you can use this cube to make different level. As we don't require it now, I'll remove it from the scene. So we have imported our 3D models folder successfully. Next, we need to build a level using those assets. So we can build a level in the section called scene view. Whatever we put inside the scene view, it is our main game, and this is what user will be seeing in the exported build. So yes, this is the place to make levels in a short notation. We can just drag and drop the assets into the scene and we are ready to make a level out of it. Let's go into our 3D models folder, then drag and drop the 3D models inside our scene. We can drag and drop directly to our scene, otherwise inside the hierarchy for a better organization in the world position. Moving forward, now we require a section to show the level, or in short an output, and this section is called the game view. Whatever our camera is seeing inside the scene view, it will be shown as an output, and it will be also shown to the user in the exported build. However, if we keep some object inside the scene view that is not captured by camera, then it will not show up in the game view. Therefore, the camera is a very crucial part when making a game. Whatever the camera is able to capture, it will be also shown inside a game view, or you can say in the exported build. Now we are interested to change the properties of the assets and other elements in the game. So let's change the property of the 3D model that we have imported to our scene. Just click on it and go to the inspector section. This section is called our inspector, or you can say the properties doc of that particular game object that you have selected. We can change the properties of the objects like position, rotation, and scale of the object. Along with that, we can add behavior to the game object, for example, physics, collision, logic, or animation, etc. by adding component to the game object. So if you click this add component button, it will show you a different thing that you can add to this particular game object, like for example physics 2D, physics, box colliders, scripts, and many more other things. For the time being, let's change the rotation of this game object to look good inside the game view. Apart from this section, we have the hierarchy, which is set up in a way that holds all the game object that you include inside the scene view. So anything that you want to include into your current scene would be placed under hierarchy. In addition to that, we have a section called project where you can see the actual folder structure of the Unity game, and the same can be navigated outside of the Unity using the Explorer too. Adjacent to the project section, you can see there's a console section. Now this console section would show you all the log data that we tend to debug while scripting. Not just debugging, but this console section also shows up any error your program has. So this is a place where you would be getting information while debugging our game. Next, above we can see there are 3 buttons next to next. The first one is the play button to start compiling all the script and run the game. The second one is the pause button to pause the current state of the game. The third one is to skip the current frame. So after we build a game, we can run it and check it how it feels. So if we play the game currently, nothing will happen, but Unity will start to compile everything that is inside this entire game project, and this is how it looks. Well, you cannot save your game inside the play mode. If I go and save it, it will say that you must exit the play mode in order to save it. So remember that whenever you are trying to save inside the play mode, it will not happen. So you have to get outside into the play mode, and then you need to save all your project. So if now we'll save it, it should take, and yes, it saved the project. Moreover, if we want to change the project settings of the current game we are working on, then we can head over to the edit and then to the project settings. Here in this section, we can tweak several settings of our game, ranging from basic information to various technical consideration of game like quality settings. Now, once we have made our game, we can export it to different platforms. Just go to the file and then to the build settings. As you can see, Unity allows us to port into various platforms from PC, Android, iOS, etc. But before that, make sure that you add all your scene that you have made inside your Unity editor to this particular section. If you press this add open scene, then it will add the current scene that you're working on. But if you want to add other scene inside your exportable build, you have to manually drag and drop all the scene inside this section. Once you have done it, just press the build to get your exportable build for the particular platform that you're aiming for. Next, in the upper left corner, we have a few tools that are required while making levels inside the scene view. The first one is the hand tool to freely move around the scene. The second one is the move tool. It allows you to select any of the game object and you can move it freely inside the scene view. The third one is the rotation tool. You can rotate your game object that you have selected. The fourth one is the scale tool. You can scale your game object along any of the axis. The fifth one is the rect tool. Using the rect tool, you can scale it freeform and you can also move your game object. The fifth one is the global tool, and it holds all the three basic operations that you can either rotate it, you can move it, or you can scale it. In addition to all these tools, we have two more buttons. The first one is to change the handle position to center or pivot, and then the coordinates that we can toggle between global and local. On the right hand side, you have the account drop down button, and using this account drop down button, either you can log in or log out or do various things for your Unity account. Next to that, we have the layers option. You can select to see different layers, or you can hide different layers that you want. Then next we have this button that says the layout. So you can change the layout of the Unity editor. You can go for 2x3, you can go tall, we can go to wide. That depends on your preference, and you can change different layout of Unity and you can work accordingly. So that's it. This is the complete Unity editor to start making your own game. I'd recommend taking time experimenting out different things inside Unity editor and making it super cool for your use case by changing out layouts, colors, etc. Till then, let's meet in the next one with a new topic. But before that, if you like the content, please take time to like it, comment your views, and subscribe to the channel for the future videos. Also, if you like the 3D model that we have used, you can get the link inside the description box. That is completely free to use. Have a great day.